Welcome back to the Lone Ranger Show and the Loveland Report. We are talking mortgages. We are talking real estate. If you know anybody else that's been on the radio as long as me, have them call me. I'd love to tell them because I think we are the greatest real estate and mortgage show on the air.
Well, I think we are too. I don't know anybody that has. I mean, you know, Jerry that's in the core with us, he's been on the radio for a long time too.
No, I don't know.
But he's out of state. I don't think he's been on that long. Maybe
I just
10
know,
years.
and there's some talking heads on Fox News, but I'm not as pretty as them, so I don't think I'll ever get on there.
I don't know. You're a pretty good looking guy, Cleve.
Yeah. All right, let's dive into some listings, Bruce. And I want to ask you about 50-year mortgages.
Okay.
All right. So I got a listing here. These are some great buys. $355 for a pool home in Apopka, half acre, 1,300 square foot home, already been inspected. Owner made the repairs, and that's on half an acre, right by the 429. All that growth out there. You can't buy a new home in the area for less than 420. I mean, that's not going to be on that size lot. I've got a condominium in Kensington Park. Now, this community has indoor racquetball, fitness center, clubhouse, pool. It's gated right in Altamonte, right by 434 Douglas. And then it's $234,900 on that. And great buy. That's a 3-2 with 1,600 square feet, second floor unit, fireplace, big bedrooms, oversized rooms.
It's a really nice condo complex.
Here's another good one, Bruce. 620, 3-bedroom, 2-bath home plus a den. Could be 4 bedrooms. 2,200 square feet on 3/4 of an acre off of Chickasaw. So you're like 10 minutes from downtown,
right?
10 minutes from the airport. 5-car garage.
Wow.
Yeah, 5-car garage. So you guys hear that? I know it didn't excite the ladies, but it might have excited the guys.
That up as a rental property and keep some of
your cars there, yeah, your boats there and everything, all your toys. All right, $620,000 for that. You're in the metro area with no HOA, 3/4 of an acre, plenty of room to move. The house has got luxury vinyl floors. It's been renovated in great condition, big open living areas. I've got an office building in Dundee, downtown Dundee, $340,000 for 2,000 square feet in Polk County. And then great for a business like lawyer's office, doctor's office, real estate office. You know, somebody wanting to open, formerly operated as a thrift shop and retail and a hair salon. And then I've got a pre-foreclosure. There's not many foreclosures in town, Bruce. This one is priced to move, $439,000, 4 bedrooms, 2 baths with a pool, 1,900 square feet. And cosmetically, it just needs screens on the pool and it needs a paint job. And then it's in great shape. I give it a B+ after you do that. And it is priced right. These are selling for $500 when they're fixed up. This one I might buy this one myself for a good rental. And then I go to St. Cloud. We were just talking about this being a bit of a buyer's market. So this house is 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, $435,000, 1,700 square feet on a half acre lot with no HOA, and swimming pool screened in, big open living areas, high ceiling, master bath has been renovated, and it's 4 bedrooms. And that's best price around.
Think about that property. That is underneath the median price of our houses.
Underneath the average price, yeah.
No, well, it's much underneath. The average price is $482. And you said it's how much for what?
$435.
Yeah, it's underneath.
Our median price is $380 right now.
That's right. $380.
But that's a great home with a pool, no HOA. That's a first-time buyer might get into that. Most of our first-time buyers. Do you have any stats on where your first-time buyers are? Are they in the 3s, the 2s, the 3s?
As far as what you mean?
Like most of your first-time buyers, what's their price point? 300s?
It really depends. Okay. It depends, but I'm going to say the average first-time home buyer that I'm dealing with right now runs between 325 and 425.
Yeah,
that's generally where they.
This is a great house, but a great area, growing like mad. I mean, and that's just to have a pool already, half acre,
and 4
and
bedrooms.
No
I mean, it's and generally, and how many square feet was that property?
1,700.
So look, I'm seeing some 4 bedrooms that are 1,600. So those are small bedrooms. So that's got bigger bedrooms in it. It's got a lot more square footage. If you have any questions for Cleve, or you'd like to look at one of these listings, or maybe you're considering putting your home on the market, call Cleve Loveland at 407-352-8118 or cleveloveland.com. I'm the Lone Ranger. You can reach Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage, 35 years in the mortgage business, right here in your backyard, serving the entire nation with financing for purchase, refinance, new construction, renovation loans, home equity line of credit, you name it, I got it. 407-250-9144 or WeBringYouHome.com. All right, Trump talking about 50-year mortgages. Cleve, what do you think about a 50-year mortgage?
Well, didn't they have this last time? I don't remember. 10 years ago, they said, I remember people rumbling 40s.
We had 40-year.
It's all interest. So I think we need to work on
I want you to think about this because I'm not leaning in one direction or another. I'm not leaning for it. I'm not leaning against it. I've done the math. But what we don't know, first of all, they don't meet QM guidelines, which were created to make it so there was no predatory lending. They will meet Dodd-Frank Act, but they'd have to amend quality mortgage guidelines. That could easily be done. Now let's look at the practicality of it.
Yeah.
So first of all, do you know when 50 years ago was? 1975.
Yep.
Listen, my daddy was a home builder in 1975, building nice homes in Maitland, right off Lake Sibilia. Those homes in 1975 sold for about $65,000. You know how much those homes are right now?
600, 700,
$875,000 for that same home right now. Now, listen, this is why Cleve and I are saying buy real estate, buy real estate. You hang on to real estate and it's paid for by the time you're ready to retire. You got so much money, you won't even know how to spend it. That's beside the point. I'm telling you that time erodes money when you are lending it. When you own it, it builds up equity.
Yeah.
So why would a bank lend money at the same interest rate for 50 as they would 30? They won't.
Yeah.
Why does a bank give you a better rate on a 15-year mortgage rather than a 30? It's less time for them to wait for the payoff. So I'm guessing that interest rates on 50-year mortgages would probably be a 0.5 point to 3/4 point higher than a 30-year mortgage.
Yeah.
So let's just say right now, mortgages are 6.3% on average on a conventional loan. Now they're 6.8 on a 50-year mortgage. If you are buying a house and you had a mortgage of $400,000, okay, right at that median price, $400,000, your payment on a 50-year mortgage would be approximately $136 cheaper than the 30.
That's it.
That's it.
That ain't worth it.
Now, if it was the same rate, it would be like $240.
So
but it's not going to be at the same rate.
Here's the master saver budgeter in me talking. Look at your books, and you probably see this too. You don't need the 5 iPhones and the 2 BMW leases you've got in the driveway if you want to buy a house.
You're talking to a society today.
Delayed gratification. They don't know what it is.
Yep. They will make $50,000 a year and have a $900 a month car payment. So people aren't going to listen to that.
Yeah.
The logic would say, hey, pay off the motorcycle loan, the jet ski loan. You save yourself $250 a month right there. But people won't do that. But here's the deal. And here's where I lean towards the 50-year mortgage. If it means the difference of you qualifying for a house or not qualifying, then do it. If we can find a different option, do that.
And I think if anybody
you can refinance it later anyway.
I think if somebody's smart enough to say, I want to buy a house, and they put an application in at WeBringYouHome.com, and you talk to them and you can say, all right, this is what we need to fix. You can work with them on getting a better credit score, getting a better rate. These 6% rates is well below the average for the past 60 years.
FHA and VA, we're in the 5s right now, folks. I mean, you can get in the 5s without any problem. And Cleve and I just had another closing where we got the buyer all the closing costs paid and the rate buy down. It was literally insane. This client, I mean, other than their 3.5% that they came up with down payment, everything else was paid for, and they got a super low rate. That's how you do it. And that's when you have a team of professionals that are working on your behalf. And we negotiate like crazy. We're not afraid to negotiate for you. So if you want a great lender, you want a great real estate agent, you want somebody that's going to be a true advocate for you, call Cleve Loveland. He can be reached at 407-352-8118. Get your application started with the Loan Arranger. I've been doing this a long time. You're going to hear from me. I think it's funny when you guys call and go, I can't believe Bruce called me. Yes, I call you. Of course I call you. You're important to me. You're an important client, each and every one of you. 407-250-9144, or get your application started now at WeBringYouHome.com.
All right, Bruce, I want to talk about the holidays a little bit more. Right now, I've got people listing. I mean, it's taking a month or two to sell, a month or 2, 3 to sell a house. And it's also, I mean, we're into 2026. I just wrote some of my first contracts for January. Closing in January. there's still time to get on the market. And if you're worried about, you'll have a little more competition in January. There's always an uptick in listings. About 20% more listings come on the market in January. People saying they're going to wait till after the holidays. So right now you have less competition. We got a decent market out there for the interest rates and the buyers. The buyer traffic is up in the past 4 months. I'm seeing slightly more. I'm sure you are too.
Sure, absolutely.
But knowing what's out there, and buyers have a better process when they get a good education as to what's out there. Let's say you're a $500,000 buyer and you need a 4-3 and you may or may not go with a pool. You should know, okay, with the pool, I get a little less square footage. With the pool, I get a little less newer home, or might be a little older home. All these things you should be educated at. You should know what 525 looks like. Are they crazy and asking too much, or no, that was really nice?
Sure.
Or what's the advantages of this neighborhood and that neighborhood? That's what your buyer's agent does for you when you hire them and sign a buyer broker agreement. So if you have any questions on that and you want to start your search, I have a lot of sellers, Bruce. We're looking now. So they have an idea of like, okay, I saw several that I like. They don't want them. One of their biggest fears, it's our job to help them control their fears and belay their fears, that they want to know, okay, when I sell, is there going to be something for me? Absolutely. And I show them 5 or 6 examples.
People that oh my God, what if I sell it and I don't have a house that I want to buy yet?
And I've never had, in my 30 something years, I've never had where people couldn't find what they wanted.
No, me either.
I haven't either.
Me either.
We always find something.
But it is a legitimate fear, and we have to manage those fears
because you've got loans where they can do a bridge loan and they go buy what they want.
Absolutely.
And sometimes people are like, they can afford it and they go, all right, I'm moving out of this house. I don't even want to show it. I'm going to have it vacant for you and cleaned up. And we're going to paint the bedrooms and replace the carpet, and they're out, but they qualify without using the equity out of that home. That's rare. And this market is kind of soft. I wouldn't always suggest that for somebody. Let's go the bridge loan route. Let's go get you a house and then maybe get stuck holding 2 homes for 2, 3, 4, 5 months. That's painful.
Absolutely.
So,
you don't want to do that, but I can tell you it would be a rare occasion that you couldn't sell your home and find another one. And sometimes people find the home they want to buy and they haven't got the one they want to sell.
If they see the dream home, then maybe the bridge loan, but they need to understand the risks. So,
and we go over all of that with you. Every aspect of bridge opportunity, pulling equity out, doing a home equity line of credit, and then selling it. There's all kinds of
knowing your numbers,
tools we can use.
Around the numbers is the fear I see people having. What's my payment? How much am I going to get? What do I need to put down? And you plug in a big part of the puzzle there, but I'm giving them numbers. I had my last 6 closings this last week. I went over all the numbers with my sellers and everything was right where I estimated. Their closing costs, what they got in, how much they got out of the home they sold, how much they needed to buy the one they want, because I can cross-reference what numbers you gave them.
Sure.
And knowing that, I have clients that are like, yep, that's what you said. We're good. Yeah. And I don't have drama and people calling me at midnight going, oh my God, where am I getting this money? Oh my God, my payment's too high, because you and I work with them to make sure they have the right plan.
Your numbers. Listen, there should never be a surprise when you're buying a home, selling a home, or getting a mortgage. You should. Now, does that mean everything's going to be to the penny? No, it's not going to be to the penny. We'll get it close. I generally would say that I'm within $200 of my estimate from day one to the day we close. And usually I'm $200 high rather than low. I'd rather estimate a little bit high so we don't have any negative surprises. And that's always good. But we're talking about buying homes right now and getting in by the end of the year. It is absolutely possible for you to do that. If you're a first-time home buyer, maybe you're a teacher, law enforcement, first responder, military. I've got Hometown Heroes money still available. I can get you up to $35,000. It's insane. And there is still money left in that pot. It is available, folks, and the interest rates are reduced for that. Now, let's say you're not a hero in the eyes of Hometown Heroes. You can still get in for 3%. 3.5% down. Veterans, you can get in for 0 down. I've got USDA loans in some rural areas that qualify for no down payment. My name is Bruce Woodburn. I am the Lone Ranger. You can reach me at 407-250-9144. Get your application started right now at WeBringYouHome.com. No hard credit pull to get started. We'll do the soft credit pull. I'll run everything for you so you know your numbers. Cleve Loveland, he can be reached right now.
407-352-8118 or cleveloveland.com.
Yeah, we'll be back in 5 minutes. I want to talk about portability. They're talking about porting your old loan.
I got some new home updates.
Yep, and we got some updates for you, so we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Cleve and I'll be back.